everyone, I hope you can hear me. Please let me know if you can. Everything should be working fine. But welcome back to Arcade Spirits The New Challenges. It's our third episode, but today we will be playing all of level 2, hopefully. Level 1 ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But hopefully we can get through all of level 2 today, continue with the story, and yeah, I'm really excited, and let's just get straight into it. Okay, so I believe we'd just picked a sponsor and a team name. Let's see. Right. Except, well... matchmaking is taking forever. It's literally been 2 minutes, Zapper. Yeah, I know, forever. How are we supposed to get practice matches in if the servers can't find anyone at our skill level? It's gotta be your elo dragging us down or something. Or yours dragging us up. High rank pros aren't always playing this early in the day, you know. Having only a single FOD2 machine in the entire arcade plus a slow day for online matchmaking means practice is moving at a snail's pace. On the plus side, while Dom and Zap are busy getting their rounds in, I'm free to wander around and chat with people. Probably for the best. I haven't spent much time getting to know them yet. I should take advantage of this quiet moment. I doubt I can visit everyone before it's my turn at bat, but I can squeeze some socializing in. Whom do I want to chat with? Okay. There's Ben and Matt, Rhapsody, Jinx and Grace, and Loxley. I want to spend as much time with Jinx as possible. I think she's really cool. Grace also seems pretty cool, so this is a win-win for me. With good clean fun being a trifecta of greasy food, clean clothes, and hot arcade action, it's not too surprising to see my arcade friends washing underwear and stuff. Grace is chatting away with Jinx while folding mostly black clothing from the dryer. Jinx, for her part, occasionally glances at her phone while talking. How many socks have you lost to the sock goblins today? A few, but sock goblins aren't real. Then maybe it's Grace. Unlikely. Besides, Grace is helping me get my clothes sorted out. It'd be counterproductive. She does your laundry?
Bad idea.
Can't exactly carry a giant basket of clothes with these arms. Used to use a wagon, tug it along on wheels, but it's less tiring to get some help with stuff like this, and Grace volunteered. Always happy to lend a hand to my BFF, and it's a good opportunity to just chat and relax, you know? Oh, am I interrupting chat and relax times? Nah, it's fine. Something grabs Jinx's attention, her eyes flicking down to her phone, while Grace continues folding black t-shirts. Grace, that car you were talking about, that Asimov? Yes? And Jinx turns her phone around to show the news headline. Self-driving car kills driver in accident. Alarmed, Grace nearly drops the shirt she was folding. This has just reminded me that I need to update Nightbot with the new trigger warnings and things, so brief pause here while I sort that out. Okay, that should all be sorted now. We should have updated trigger warnings. They're on a timer, but also, if you do !TW, you can see the trigger warnings for this episode. Okay. Alarmed, Grace nearly drops the shirt she was folding.
Oh no.
Says here it was swerving to avoid someone who screwed up and drifted out of their lane. Someone would have died either way. Still not great for Asimov.
Oh.
That's really disappointing, even beyond my condolences for that poor man behind the wheel. A lot of us in the AI development community were really pulling for the Asimov. It could have solved a lot of our infrastructure and transportation problems. Maybe they can fix the bug and the negative PR won't squish the project entirely?
I'm not sure about that.
Doubtful. Problem is people. Any crappy human drivers on the road introduce X factors that an Asimov can't always solve for.
Ugh.
Sometimes I think people can't be trusted with cars. We're too reckless and too inattentive for these high-speed metal bricks. Okay. You're a professional virtual racer. Can't driving skills simply be taught? Yeah, that's why I don't own a car. I'd be unsafe at any speed, or I'm guessing any AI would have difficulty solving the old trolley problem. Oh my gosh, got something in my eye. I know for a fact that driving skills can't just simply be taught because, like, I mean, we do learn to drive, but, like, there's still bad drivers out there. I'm gonna go with the... I want to be funny, and also just, like, I would be unsafe at any speed, but I think that might be a bit insensitive, so I might go with the trolley problem answer. So if the car swerved, someone dies. If the car didn't swerve, someone dies. Sounds to me like an ethics problem. Probably not in the wheelhouse of an AI to have a definitive solution to one of the classic philosophical conundrums, right?
Can't agree to that.
I'd agree, but it was a human driver accidentally drifting into the lane that caused the accident, not Asimov. Blaming the AI for some loser's mistake? No. Personal responsibility has to hold fast. Sometimes I think if every car was run by code, it'd all flow smoothly, optimally, safely, even if America will never give up driving. Yeah, that's unlikely. Even aside from one's independent spirit and freedom of movement, people don't trust AI yet.
That's unfortunate.
And sadly, this incident won't help Asimov's chances at acceptance in the mainstream. Okay, maybe Iris should drive cars instead. She seems compassionate enough to make the right choices. That's no reason to give up. The industry just has to keep pushing forward despite the haters. Or maybe it's for the best. I think Iris seems compassionate enough. What if self-driving cars were based on the Iris technology? It feels like she's light years ahead of what they've got now. Points with Grace, because I like her child, I mean AI. Oh, she is. She's definitely capable. But, oh, hello Beans. Little cat walk by my feet. Yeah, hi. I love you, Bean. But Iris is a general purpose AI with a general purpose set of skills. She can learn via download and outperform most humans, true, but given the importance of this, a hyper-focused driving AI would be preferable. Clean, efficient, fast, and perfect. In theory, anyway. I love science. I mean, I love science. Not in that goofy, oh my god, science rules where you see on Facewall or Twitter. I'm a firm believer in both the human spirit and the ability to improve upon the human condition through science.
That's wonderful.
Robotics, biohacking, space exploration, everything. There's a bright future ahead of us if we're willing to put old attitudes aside and reach for it. With the last of the laundry folded, Grace packs the clothes up in a plastic laundry basket. I'm feeling better now, and I'm sure Asimov will bounce back from this. Good to hear, good to hear.
See you later.
Excuse us, Butts McButts. Grace and I gotta drag this stuff back to my place. Okay, but come back in time for team practice. I'm sure the FOD2 machine will be available soon. Won't be gone long. I literally live 3 floors up in the apartments over GCF. Oh hey, that's handy. Definitely. Domino and Zappa are still playing, so it's off to see someone else. Who's next? I want to speak to Ben and Matt and get lunch, because they are sweet. Food sounds like a good idea. I might be tangled up in a practice session all afternoon, so a heavy slice of Tsar would be advisable.
Good day. A fine day indeed.
I also like speaking to Ben and Matt because they voice act most of their lines for me.
Your first day as a manager. How exciting. What can we get for you, our delightful high-powered business executive?
Please, just Butts McButts, and I'll keep it simple today, just a cheese lover's pizza.
Can't be too cheesy, I always say, even if my bowels occasionally say otherwise.
Oh, lovely. One piping hot slice of the good stuff slides over to me. I open the box to nosh on it, too eager to go find a table first.
Wow, you're full of pep today. I would have thought your first shot at managerial duties would grind you down into a tiny, quivering wad of stressed-out jelly.
Please don't remind me, I'm trying to avoid liquefying myself. When I was here yesterday, I didn't realize that becoming our team's manager was one step on my dream ladder.
Sometimes the ladder to our dreams has missing steps. In that case, it can be difficult to climb by yourself.
Ben's right. No need to burden just yourself, especially when there are people around you who've had some experience at making dreams happen.
Who?
Us. Matt's talking about us.
Indeed, we'd be happy to impart our learned wisdom upon the younger generation. Want some pointers?
Okay. Bonus points. How do I blow off stress? How should I manage interpersonal conflicts? How do I pump them up? Or how should I be managing finances and expenses? I'm gonna go with blow off stress. I'm thinking I need stress management techniques. What do you think? Yoga, healing crystals, hunt people for sport?
What about?
No, what about...
Extensive bubble baths, aromatherapy candles. Soap and wax, got it. But seriously, find one thing that makes you happy, something you can do anywhere, anytime, without anyone else. Do that. Find a quiet place and listen to music, repeat a mantra, watch cat videos, things like that. The important thing is to recharge your batteries with a simple and calming ritual of your own choosing. Is there a game you like to play on your phone? A little puzzle game, perhaps? An anywhere, anytime pick-me-up? Yeah, that could work. I do love me some Tetris.
Good.
Good, that'll do nicely. As successful business owners, we know the importance of not losing your marbles under the weight of adult responsibilities, on top of, playing FOD2. This is still a heck of a lot for me.
Indubitably.
Undoubtedly.
You can do the thing, we believe in you. But you barely know me. We're excellent judges of character. Indeed, insightful and intelligent, infallibly so. But we don't predict the future, of course. We simply believe in people to realize their own futures.
You never know quite where life will take you. Something Matt and I have experienced firsthand.
Indeed. We started out running a donut shop and bookstore.
Ooh. Wait, I vaguely remember a donut shop and bookstore. Are these the same guys from the previous game? Or was that a thing in a different visual novel? You ran both a donut shop and a bookstore? How'd you manage to run two businesses at once?
By running one business, we sold books and donuts under one roof.
The whole story. Such
Yeah.
halcyon days of literature and sugar.
Yeah, the whole story was definitely the shop that was in the previous game. But I do not remember these guys being the owners.
Sadly, shifting demographics and the opening of a high-end cafe named La Biblio the Queue du Croissant signaled the end of that venture.
La Biblio the Q? Do you mean La Bibliothèque du Croissant?
Another sad tale of local business crushed by Big Donut and Big Book.
How dare they?
Not that we let it bring us down. No, we moved right along to our next idea. Pizza, laundry, and video games.
I'm sorry, this was your go-to idea?
Absolutely.
Positively.
My point is, you may never know where you'll end up, but the journey to get there will certainly be interesting. You weren't expecting to manage an esports team, but look, you're managing an esports team. Isn't that something?
Wear the mark of chaos with pride. Surf the wave. Ride the snake.
That means something entirely different, Matt.
Aww.
Ben contemplates his next words as their back and forth stream of consciousness finally pauses for a brief moment. I mean, be honest, where did you actually see yourself in 10 years' time? Probably still be sitting alone in my apartment. I have no idea. Hoisting a trophy over my head, or dead in a shocking tuna fish mishap. I think probably sat on my own. If we're being honest, I'd be right where I was a few days ago, sitting by myself in a dark apartment playing one video game for hours and hours. I used to think that was enough. As long as I kept on winning, it'll be worth it. Now, I don't know. I'm still sorting things out. You're good with people, butts my butts. If anybody can help you sort things out, it's your friends in the Game Assistants. I forgot I named the team the Game Assistants. I'm very good at naming things. And us, Ben and me, we can help. Yes, we can help. Come to us anytime you have doubts and we'll set you right as rain. Thanks, guys. No thanks needed, we live to serve. Now then, next order, please. And that's when I notice a very long line forming behind me, people waiting for Ben and Matt to get on with it. I mumble an apology and then scamper off to devour my pizza. I'm not sure Ben and Matt work as the obligatory substitute father figures in the grand narrative of my new life, but at the very least they make for cool uncles. Domino and Zappa are still playing. Okay. I was developing quite a good standing with Loxley, which is weird because I don't want to develop a strong stand. Like, he's cool, but he's not like a person that I'm like aiming for, so I'm gonna go see Rhapsody instead. I find Rhapsody in the far back booth in the pizzeria. They're fiddling with their phone. I wander my way back to where they're sitting, and upon arrival I notice a whole mess of papers and drawings strewn across the table surface. Are you trying to solve a murder mystery, or put together the pieces of a conspiracy theory? Rhapsody smiles wildly and looks up at me. All I'm missing is the red yarn tying everything together. Exactly, so which is it? Neither. Look for yourself, what do you see? I do as they say, and I actually take a look at the papers, but it's mostly illegible. Rhapsody could be a doctor with that writing, or a child doctor. Well, if your handwriting were better. Hey now, not fair. Okay, so my chicken scratch isn't the most legible, but surely you can see beyond that. I once again peer and see beyond the words. It's lists, complete lists of matchups, counters, a tier list, and a whole slew of details included about them. I already know a fair amount of this just from playing, but there are matchups and combo moves on Rhapsody's notes that I haven't really thought about. You are extremely detail-oriented. Thanks for noticing. Now why don't you stop hovering over me like a creep and join me? I acquiesce and slide into the seat across from Rhapsody, and even before I have a chance to prod them further with questions, they begin answering them. I'm just trying to put down everything I know about FOD2 on paper, into something cohesive so I can share it with everyone. We're a team now, a legit one. Everyone will need to be on their best game, always. Everyone needs to know the why of every action we perform. Cause and effect is important. We can only learn so much by playing the game, but studying how the game works, exploiting the movesets, seeing which combos overpower others. Rhapsody looks up at me and smiles gently.
That's what I'm talking about.
If we are doing this, we're doing it right. Right? I'm touched. This is no small amount of work to put all of this out there and on paper. This will really help boost us to the next level. Right, it's all or nothing, or I appreciate this. I'll go with all or nothing. We've got to go 110% on this. An info dump can help with that. Maybe we can even encourage some of our less inclined team members to study. If we can't know it all, we're dooming ourselves to failure. I wouldn't go that far, butts McButts, but I do agree with the more you know. Rhapsody simulates a shooting star flying overhead with their hands. Rhapsody pauses, elbows resting on the table, and places their head upon their intertwined fingers. They gaze directly into my eyes, and I can sense a fire in them. I want to win this. So do I. No, I don't think you understand. I really, really want to win this. So do I, really, really. Rhapsody chuckles softly.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I guess we're one and the same, and we best win, or there'll be two of us crying. Not too long ago, Rhapsody didn't even want to play, and now they're dying to win, making flashcards, getting really serious about the whole thing. What changed, honestly? Rhapsody inhales a sharp breath, shocked by the question, but soon relaxes into themselves, seeming to know exactly what I'm referring to. I've never tasted victory, but I've watched plenty of my friends suckle from that teat. Ugh. What's the phrase? Always the bridesmaid? Ha. Rhapsody considers how to phrase things before speaking. I've always had a talent for puzzle solving. There's a certain excitement, a feeling you can't quite put into words in working through a puzzle, isn't there? Your brain sees all the different pathways, the options before you, and then weighs them all out separately. If there's more than one way for success, one has to determine which is the best way. That's not even including outside factors. And when you solve that puzzle, it's like a reward just for yourself. You don't share that triumph with others, it's between you and the puzzle. It's the same in competitive games. They're just bigger and more intricate puzzles to solve. Pleased with the explanation, they smile at me. So, it's to no one's surprise when I fell head over heels with competitive games. From Smash Bros to FOD, I've played them all. And with each new game, I learnt it in its entirety. The combos, the perfect executions, the matchups. Otherwise, how else would I be able to solve the puzzle? I even shared with others those details, showed them how to defeat anyone and win. I taught them everything I knew. They climbed and won, and took home championship titles. They succeed. And as for me, that was one puzzle you couldn't solve. Rhapsody nods solemnly. So I gave up. Why even try it if you're just going to fail? It's not worth it, is it? How could I know so much about a game and not ever succeed?
It was my fault.
Those thoughts consumed me, and I found it affecting me. So I focused on teaching others instead. I could find at least a small bit of happiness in their victories. I was safer that way. Rhapsody takes a long reflective pause. And you know, looking back at it all, I do find pleasure through others' successes. I'm glad to be that person people turn to for guidance. But there's still a part of me that can't let go of that desire. Oh geez, look at me. I've gone off monologuing for way too long. Butts McButts, don't hesitate to interrupt me. All of what Rhapsody's saying, I think I understand. Winning is everything to you. If we win, you'll have completed the puzzle. I feel like we're the same. Winning is everything. I can empathize with Rhapsody's want to win. I'd like nothing more than to hold that trophy above my head and watch my fans cheer me on. If you don't win, you'll continue to view yourself as a failure. Winning is what's most important to you.
Nah.
That's a little much. Being alive, having friends, happiness, those are most important. But no lies, winning is pretty high on the list. And now, you want to try again? Exactly. And now you know why the game assistants must win. I won't accept another loss. I'm hopeful we can win, especially with all your help, Rhapsody. You're a valuable part of this team. Rhapsody smiles warmly at me.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad to be part of the game assistants. And then the mood changes dramatically as Rhapsody's attention shifts from me to the mess before them. They begin scooping up all their strewn about papers and stuffing them into their pockets. Oh dang, I still have to type up all these notes for everyone. No one here can read my handwriting either. Teacher's got to write up the syllabus, so to speak. Don't worry, I'll be back in time for my matches. There's an internet cafe around the corner and this will take me no time. And in a rush, Rhapsody slides from the booth and I watch them wave to Ben and Matt as they leave the pizzeria. Rhapsody left in such a hurry, I hope that everything with them is okay. Maybe they're just excited about the chance to really win this time. Regardless, I should see what everyone else is up to. Okay, seriously, what's taking so long? Domino and Zappa should have completed a few matches by now. Curious, I decide to go check in on them. I was gonna say, after all those choices, don't make me speak to, Loxley. On arriving at the centre of the arcade, I see them in the middle of a pretty intense match, with everyone else just sort of watching from the sidelines. Curious, I join on the fringes of the group to see what's going on.
Oh, for sake. That's the third time I've been ganked. Domino, get your skinny ass up here and defend me.
Oh no.
Can't talk, swarmed by ninja. Or ninjas? Do you pluralize ninja, or is ninja already plural?
Shut the up and help me. We're gonna lose this match if you don't get your act together.
I didn't exactly see you diving into my lane to save my bacon when they roasted me in round 1, Zapper-chan.
I'll bail you out when you learn the difference between your joystick and your...
Jeez, Zappa. Oh good, they're fighting. Just what I was hoping for, some interpersonal drama to sort out.
Finally, you decide to stop twiddling your thumbs and dive my lane. Honestly, Domino, you've got the speed and grace of a garbage truck.
Are we trash talking then? Is that what's expected of me? Okay, I can trash talk. Because you've built your life entirely around this game while pushing your friends away, you're probably going to die alone and unloved.
Oh my gosh, Domino.
In a decade or so, your reflexes will be too shot to do the one thing you were any good at. You'll be like a high school quarterback with nothing at the end of the road but, alcoholism and loneliness. Also, you smell like poop.
I love Domino, but he's a bit messed up.
Well, did I talk trash of sufficient quality to earn your admiration, Zapper?
Exactly 3 seconds of absolutely horrified silence follow as Zappa's expression slides perfectly from terror to rage. And then she makes that rage known, rather directly. Oh my gosh. With instinctive anger, she uses both hands to give Domino a hard shove away from her, which causes him to stumble, trip over his ratty old backpack he'd left on the floor, and fall on his rear. Everyone in the game assistant stands speechless as Domino sits on the floor with Zappa looming over him. On realizing everyone's staring, Zappa stammers, lips moving silently, before she blurts out a retort.
I quit. Screw this. Screw you all. I'm going home.
Zappa. With determination, she shoves past the rest of the group on her way out the door to leave good, clean fun, presumably forever.
Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Grace, it's okay. Take deep breaths.
This can't be happening.
It's happening again, isn't it? It's all coming apart. I should have stepped in. I knew this would happen. No, the one who should have stepped in quicker was me. I know what Domino is capable of, what Zappa's capable of. Let's go get a soda and relax a bit while they sort this out, okay? Okay. Right, rock, paper, scissors then? On 3. 1, what? I'm sad to say this isn't the first time those two have had a bit of an altercation, or the first time Zappa's quit the team. First time she's ever shoved someone, mind you, that's a bit of an escalation. So we're trying to figure out which one of us is going to chase down Zappa and who's going to tend to Domino. It's only at this moment that I notice Domino is indeed slinked off somewhere, silently leaving the scene of the crime. Maybe I should be doing this. I'm the manager, right? I need to manage my team. HR duties aside, it might help to hear it from us. We've both known them for a little bit longer. Agreed. 'Tis an admirable suggestion, but 'twould be best if we handle this. We've done it before and have no qualms doing it again. And again, looping in stagnation. That's why I'm here, right? Iris said they needed me. Even Zappa agreed the team desperately needed fresh blood. If I'm not willing to step in here, this sort of thing is just going to happen again. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not for weeks, but at the very least I can overrule their rock, paper, scissors and take on one of these two myself. Thanks for wanting to take care of this, but I'm going to help too. I'm not only their manager, but I'm their friend too. So I'm in. Both Rhapsody and Loxley give me a solemn nod, but now I need to decide who I want to go after. Well, I don't like Zappa very much, so I'm going to talk to Domino. Okay. Zappa's a bit volatile, and you know her better than I do. Can you talk to her for me? I'll deal with Domino. Absolutely. Rhapsody and I are close to her. We can talk her down from this impulsive decision. We'll be back as soon as we can. Be gentle with Domino. He has some social boundary issues. Where does Domino go when he's feeling awful? Knowing him, the alley next to Good Clean Fun. You won't have to go far. Best of luck, friend. As Loxley and Rhapsody depart, making for the subway, I head outside and around the building. To the alley next to Good Clean Fun, where I find Domino squatting down next to a city dumpster, drawing circles on the cement beneath his fingertips. The afternoon sun, peeking through the tall building, feels warm on my skin, a blessing of confidence to this particularly difficult conversation I'm about to have. He's hunched down, making himself as tiny as possible. I approach quietly, not trying to sneak up on him, just not really wanting to barge in. Somewhere in the middle of those two things. His face becomes a mask of cheer on noticing my arrival, but it's obviously a false front. I mean, I think it is.
Hey.
Oh hey, welcome to the garbage zone, where garbage people belong. I pondered actually climbing into the dumpster, but who knows how many diseases and or used needles I'd subject myself to if I tried that. Still, good place to be trash, yes? Domino, Zappa had no right to push you like that. Nah, I'm thinking she did. I pushed her buttons rather intentionally, so I'd say I had it coming. Stands to reason, right? Talk shit, get hit. Cause, cause and effect. No, I can't let Domino absorb all the blame here. He's unusually cheerful for someone who calls themselves a garbage person, and that's a worrying combination. As your manager, I've got a zero tolerance policy to violence between teammates. Nobody deserves that. Do you want me to get an ice pack? I'll go with the middle one. Domino, nobody deserves what happened to you. You can be ashamed of your behavior, but that doesn't excuse what she did to you. How are you feeling, by the way? If you need some ice for your bruises, I'm sure Ben and Matt can provide some. I'll bring it out to you, okay? Nah, honestly, I'm not in agony or anything. I lost my balance more from surprise than anything else. But I appreciate you trying to care for the ridiculously messed up individual you see before you. The world could use more empathy as a whole. Even if you may go bankrupt spending your empathy on me in time. With a ragged sigh, he pulls himself up from sitting next to the dumpster and straightens out his coat.
My problem is... how do I put it? Emotional illiteracy, I suppose. Can't read the room. I say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Always.
That's a mood.
Thing is, I see what people don't want to. Part of me wants them to see it too, so I'm not alone. Alone in seeing how sick and twisted things really are. Don't get me wrong, I want to be hopeful. I want to be able to smile without it being a lie. But instead, I smile because I can see the real punchline of the joke.
His face is so creepy. I don't like his creepy face.
And you just gotta laugh because the alternative is to start crying and never stop. Zapper annoyed me. All those cheap little insults trying to get under my skin. I wanted to fight back. So, I got under her skin. I don't think she likes what I found there any more than I do.
He pauses, trying to collect himself before he says something he'll regret. Again.
I think Zapper's right. Quitting the team is right.
No.
You know she only quit because she was horrified at what she did today, right? I can read her like a book. She's punishing herself. And maybe she's got the right idea. Maybe we should both leave. We're broken and strange and dangerous. And you don't deserve to be exposed to that.
Okay. Absolutely not. I'm going to help you through this. You won't chase me away so easily. You think we're perfect and uncontaminated. Everyone's got massive imposter syndrome. I think I'll go with the middle one because it's like, hey, you're not as broken as you think you are. It means opening myself up to someone who self-admittedly likes to push people's buttons, but it's still the right thing to do. Oh no, my childlike innocence has been besmirched by your wickedness. I am but a wilting flower, ruined. Yeah, no, sorry my dude, but that's totally wrong. Deep down inside, I'm an imposter, a failure. I use the rush of victory to justify my own existence. I'm addicted to the success. So if you think you're broken, trust me, I'm pretty damn broken too. I'm willing to bet we're all broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably are, aren't we? But once you realise we're all in the same leaky boat, it's a bit less depressing, isn't it? You're not a freak when you're among freaks. You can't drive us away by being weird since we're already in Weirdsville. So no more talking of quitting and just to preserve our normality, okay? Let abnormality reign. It already was anyway. Instead, let's focus on getting through the mess together. An interesting perspective. Okay.
Color me pleasantly surprised.
Hello, Neapolitan ice cream. I'm going to assume that the main character is called Butts McButts. Yes, the main character is called Butts McButts. That is their gamer tag. Their full name is Daz Game Assist, but everyone calls them Butts McButts, and that is, you know, the standard Game Assist rule. Welcome to the stream. I'm willing to give this madness a try if you are, on one condition. I need to know there's a friend here who can help me whenever I edge closer to the abyss. Someone who cares enough to put a hand on my shoulder and pull me back. I know it's not your job to watchdog my defective brain. I'm not imposing a demand on you. I just want to know someone will be there if I need help. I'm your friend, Domino. I'll be here for you. Okay. Maybe it'll work out. I should have my doubts, but you've got a weird aura about you, you know? Like you could really make this happen. So, I'll choose hope, and hope it pays off. Oh, yes, no, canonically, yes, their name is Butts McButts. This is, everyone who plays this game has to call them that. Welcome, yes, I think I have seen you in Gazebo Kids stream. Welcome. Big heart. You've probably seen me around in Game Assist Spaces too. I usually chat on my personal, so if you've seen Pale Ghosty, that's me. With a sigh, he releases the coiled up tension he was holding inside and opens his eyes again, ready to face what comes next. They'll likely be back dragging Zapper along with them soon enough. Shall we go inside and face the music? Together, we head back inside, leaving the dumpsters far behind. Apples only is great. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Despite these two having a bit of an audience in the form of their collective friends and allies, it's like they're in their own isolated world at the moment. Nobody chirps up from the sidelines to let them hash it out without interference. How you want to do this? Do I apologize then you apologize, or you apologize then I apologize? Or do we just apologize at the same time? Let's do that. Okay. I shouldn't have trash talked to you. I shouldn't have tried to hurt you with words. I feel terrible for hurting you. That was inexcusable. I knew it'd hurt you to say that, and I have no excuse. I don't actually want to quit the team if you'll allow me to come back. I don't want you to quit the team. I forgive you if you forgive me. From now on, I'll try harder to keep my aggression and apathy in check. I need to do better at stopping myself before I go too far. So, friends, I know I'm a mess, but we're still friends, right? Despite me being a weirdo. Hey, don't call yourself a weirdo. I get that you're working through stuff. You're less of a mess than most people I know, honestly. From now on, I'll reserve my trash talk for our mutual blood enemies. And I'll save my pithy commentary for people who disrespect you. And I think I better stop there before this gets any more touchy-feely. I don't mind touchy-feely, but that's cool. We got it all out. All good now? We good. With their word soup spilled all over the floor, they seem satisfied with the results, even if I could only follow about half of that. That relief spreads to the rest of the team soon after.
That sounds great.
Thank goodness, maybe things can get back to normal now. Better than normal, I'd say. Didn't even have to force the apology out of Zappa this time. It's important to have a cohesive team, and I think we just got extra sticky. I'm happy we were able to resolve it all.
Marvelous.
Indeed, together we are an unstoppable force. We must endeavour not to allow strife to pull us apart again. Thanks for all your comments, guys. A very upbeat note to end on, even if team dysfunction led us to need an upbeat note in the first place. It's probably naive of me to hope that I could just join a team, kick some butt, and win the glory. Real relationships are never quite that clean. They take work. Still, I've clearly brought Domino a bit further than ever before. Maybe my words will help break whatever cycle they were stuck in. Now to refocus the team. Okay, practice time. The game assistants. Great to see everything worked out, but let's not forget why we're here today. We've only got one FOD2 machine, so we'll have to take turns. Let's see, who's going next?
Hello. Hello.
Oh, pardon the interruption. May we barge in unceremoniously? You want to play FOD2 next? What? No, no, we've come bearing gifts. Unimaginable treasure in envelope form. Matt presses a sealed document into my hands, printed on the sort of paper you normally reserve for grand historical declarations. Ooh. I mean, I'm guessing the arcade is like the official postage address of the team, so maybe it's a cool invite or something. It even has an official looking seal with a fancy letter H embossed in the wax. Are we being summoned to a tribunal of some sort? Do I need a lawyer and a powdered wig or a designated second for trial by combat? Well, I suppose it is a bit of a trial in a manner of speaking. Now, we've teased it enough. Let's not worry about our dear Butts McButts anymore. Right, so Matt and I were thinking about ways we could help you as one of your sponsors. Fortunately, an old friend of ours is in town, throwing a local game tournament, and agreed to allow you to join. I wonder if it's one of the characters from the previous game. An exclusive and elusive invitation for extremely important esports establishments only. Normally, he only invites the cream of the local crop, and you technically haven't won any noteworthy games, but...
Good.
But he's a whimsical fellow and likes a good underdog story. We told him all about you, and he decided you were intriguing. Isn't that nice? Curious, I break the seal and read the letter. Oh god. I think I recognize this character design. I think he's the guy who sold the arcade cabinets in the last one. Leave a lurk. Butts McButts Arcade Attorney, thank you so much. I will put some lurks. I'll put some cornflake lurks in the chat for you. Thank you so much for joining, and it's really nice to see you here. I really like the crossing over of our communities. I hope I can be some good lurky background noise for you. Okay, mysterious invitation. Greetings, the game assistants. You are summoned forth this evening to do battle against other mighty warriors and claim riches untold. To participate in this exclusive tournament, come to the Arcade Surplus Warehouse on 23rd Street by sundown. Those who arrive late shall not be admitted. For the winning team, the ultimate prize at the end of this furious battle, their very own Fist of Discomfort 2 machine. This invitation allows Butts McButts and a partner of their choosing to participate in the main tournament. However, the rest of your team is encouraged to accompany you and frolic in the festivities. There shall be plenty of social amusements and hot competition for everyone. Okay. Why are they gonna make me play? May the odds be ever in your favour. Signed, your benevolent benefactor, Hamza. That is his name. I couldn't remember his name. What's a Hamza? Is it a new kind of pizza? No, Hamza. The second H is implied. Different twist on the syllable. Hamza is a legendary game finder and auctioneer. Normally he sells or trades for the games he acquires, but it seems he set up a tournament to let players win games. Whoa, okay, this could be big for us. From my initial research, which admittedly was just me saying, "Hey Iris, search the web for how to launch an esports team." You got it, Butts McButts. Now searching. Rhetorical statement, Iris. But yeah, taking part in local tournaments is a terrific way to get a new team off the ground. It's a hell of an opportunity. And having a second FOD2 machine would solve a lot of problems. Now that I think about it, team practice would go far more smoothly. Okay, we accept the invitation. Let's do this. Splendid, wonderful. I see our work here is done. Away we go. They just swoop in with gifts and then leave. Listen up, team. If you want to network with local pros and play some games, tag along. Sounds like everyone can come. I believe I'll bow out of this one.
Most unfortunate.
I'm afraid I have other affairs to attend. He's off doing Robin Hood shit. I'm afraid I have other affairs to attend to on this fine eve, but I shall wish you the best on your path to glory. Oh, okay, sure thing. Odd that he's bowing out so quickly. Maybe he's got plans to get banned from a few new arcades, or he's joining a midnight protest or something. Granted, I've only seen him in an arcade context. I have no idea what he does in his actual free time. Oh. Not sure I'm up for playing in a tournament tonight. Travel's rough on me, especially to What did the invite say? A warehouse? Dodgy. It's okay, Jinx, you can just hang out a bit, head home whenever you want. I'm not sure this is my scene either, honestly.
Let's do this.
But we'll both still come with you, Butts McButts. Fly the team colours, shake the pom-poms, whatevs. Absolutely, for the game assistants. Yeah. Oh, I hope she doesn't strain herself too much if travel is bad. Okay, so that means I'll be teaming up with... I could pick Rhapsody, but even if things ended well with Zapper and Domino, leaving them to their own devices might be risky. Instead, I'll tag team with one of them tonight. Who should I enter the tournament with? Okay. I played with Domino last time. I'm gonna play with Zapper this time, even if I don't like her that much. Zapper. Zapper, you're with me. Let's huff and puff and blow their house down.
Can't beat my pure awesomeness.
I'm down to be the big bad wolf. Count me in. I'd love to win us a second FOD2 machine. No glory for Domino, it seems. Overlooked again. So sad, so tragic.
Fair.
Domino, you can stick with me tonight. We can watch our opponents from afar and give Butts McButts and Zapper the inside scoop. Oh, I'm not complaining. I love being picked last. Anything to delay getting a mild concussion from a dodgeball a few moments longer. I think I'll head home, actually. It's been a weird day, and I could use the time to de-stress. You wacky kids have fun, you hear? Oh god, Domino, please be safe. Sounds like we've got a plan. Now let's practice a bunch, grab some dinner, and hop a train to this event. We will destroy all in our path. We'll burn them so hard the building becomes a fire hazard. Win or lose, we'll show them what the game assistants are all about. If we keep our focus and win this, we'll rise to the top. I like the friendly option of win or lose, but I might go with the more level-headed but still, like, motivated one. So, if we keep our focus and win this, the game assistants will rise to the top. All we need to do is keep our focus on the fights, and we'll take the trophy. It's inevitable. Let's make this happen. With our team spirit restored from this morning's incident, the game assistants get to work preparing for the tournament to come. As the sun starts to set, we make our way over to the warehouse where the tournament will be held. At first, I wonder if we have the wrong address. This is a largely empty and industrial part of town. We're surrounded by empty factories, condemned buildings, and artifacts of last decade's recession. But the doors of the warehouse are open. There's light and noise and talking coming from inside. So either we've stumbled across a rave, or we're right where we need to be. Oh god, I don't like that. Nope, still looks creepy and disturbing from the inside. Nanco. It's a dumping ground for old arcade games, someone's long forgotten treasure trove now being used as an underground fight club. I hate to think what sort of eight-legged monstrosities lurk in every darkened corner of this place waiting to consume your living soul. Unlike me, my teammates are mostly unfazed and split off into their own small groups. Jinx and Grace settle to find somewhere they can relax and have a good spot to see the games from. Rhapsody said they want to check in on some casting friends, leaving me and Zapper alone. I turn to my teammate, not exactly sure what to make of this place. Is this really what arcade tournaments look like? I mean, my involvement in real-life competitions mostly consists of watching Evo from the comfort of my bedroom, but this seems messy. And possibly massively haunted.
Awesome sauce.
Oh man, this is some old school magic. I once attended a tournament, which was a couple of people huddled around a laptop hooked up to a makeshift back alley power outlet. You ask me, the rougher around the edges the better. You can keep the glitz and glamour of televised esports events. I want the scene. Huh. So this is more grassroots than the stuff I'm used to then. So grassy you can practically feel it betwixt your toes. This is good for us Butts McButts. Good for the game assistants. We needed to get out of our comfort zone. I'm currently pretty freaking far out of my comfort zone. I know it's fall and pumpkin spice is all the rage, but it's not Spoopstoberween Day yet. In fact, I felt a bit paralysed just loitering by the entrance of the warehouse, not wanting to wander too far into those darkened depths. Fortunately, or unfortunately, someone found us and approached anyway, despite my lack of desire to go any deeper. Lance. These are some randos. Well, well, well. Lance and Chad, ugh. Look, Chad, we've got ourselves some genuine celebrities at this event. Lance and Chad from L7 Gaming. They used to be white hot 5 years ago, but haven't picked up any noteworthy wins since then. Aren't you two from that cute little gang that hangs out in a laundromat? Saw you on Fight Shack earlier. Right, the GBC team or something like that. Although I think they call themselves the Game Assistants now. Well, isn't that special? So very, very special. I feel special inside just being in the presence of such wonderful people. Take my advice, Butts McButts. Go home. You don't deserve to be here. Great. Haven't been here 2 minutes and we've somehow already made an enemy. Do I try and smooth this over or just run with it? Okay, well, if we need to trash talk, we have Zappa. I think I'll be polite, but not too polite. Calling them veterans is also kind of like saying, hey, you're old. I recognize you too, you're veterans, glad to have a chance to face you in the tournament. Veterans like L7 Gaming are here? Good to see. I was worried this may not be a serious competition. I've followed your career through the esports scene. It's an honor to face you in this tournament. I'd say we both deserve this shot of glory. In a show of good sportsmanship, I extend my hand to shake. Much as oh my gosh, I cannot speak today. Much as I'd suspected, the two members of L7 Gaming declined to shake my hand. Seriously? I mean, just look at you. You're a conveniently diverse collection of gamers from across all walks of life, like an after-school TV special. I can't even accurately describe you all because I'm not allowed to use those words anymore. They won't let me. Oh gee, okay, this guy's an asshole. Time to be mean. And that's the real reason why you're making media waves. You make all the woke corporate journalists pat themselves on the back for talking you up. Ugh. What was the trigger warnings again? Car accidents, mild violence, bigotry. This is the bigotry, okay. All while you take the spotlight away from more deserving gamers. There's no such thing as a deserving gamer. Exactly, this community was built for people like us. We're the ones who started it and made it grow. This is our club, not yours. No one wants you here. Exactly. You didn't even play to win. Why are you somehow big news? No, we know the real reason anyone gives a crap about you. Exactly. You don't belong here, so run away, scrubs. Don't embarrass yourselves any more than you already have. Okay, I'm reasonably sure if I punched these fuckers out right here and now we'd be booted from the tournament. At least Team Play to Win only hated us because we were losers in their eyes. These two hate us merely for existing. Zappa's grinding her teeth loudly enough for it to be audible, but she's holding herself back with considerable difficulty. You know what? I'm kind of feeling like tearing these two a new... that could be anything. New ass? By dropping some truth bombs. That could be fun to watch, actually. But is it hypocritical of me to really want her to lay into these guys after what happened this morning? Or could this be considered just desserts for someone who's as toxic as these two jerkwads? I think Zappa can go for it. They're not just being mean and unsportsmanlike, they are being bigoted. And we're like very close to saying some slurs. Lock and load, Zappa. I say open fire. Righteous. Tag teaming. Alright, you two. Pfft. Immediately that build-up head of absolute rage explodes in chuckles, then outright laughter. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, it's not even worth it to flatten these two idiots. See, L7 Gaming used to be red hot. They were on top of the heap until they made the dumbass mistake of hassling their only woman player. I knew there'd be some, like, actual tea if she went for them, so I made a good choice. See, oh, that Queen Bee, she's from the previous game. See, they saw Queen Bee as nothing but eye candy, didn't recognize her skills. How'd that work out for you anyway? Oh right, Queen Bee ditched your ass and went on to form the 4 Heavenly Kings, replacing you on the ladder. Nowadays, the only way L7 can stay relevant is to appeal to the toxic sludge of the internet. That little niche slice of a fraction of a % of the culture is their fan base. Your attitude is a sad, outdated relic of a bygone age. The rest of the scene is so far beyond you that you can see the curvature of the earth from where you stand. I'm sure all 6 of your fans will cheer you on as you talk down the nasty woman who wasn't scared to tell the truth. And hey, have fun with that, okay? You have fun. But as for me, I can't even get properly angry. They're just nothing. Come on, Butts McButts, let's get registered for the tournament. I'm done with these 2 nobodies. The 2 members of L7 Gaming just stand there, livid with silent rage as Zappa turns her back to them. I'll fucking kill you, you little... And just when I fear we're going to have 2 physical altercations in one day, the billowing swish of a cloak temporarily blinds me.
Hamza demands your attention.
Okay, hi Hamza.
This hostility will cease immediately. You have made your viewpoints clear. Hamza will not tolerate violence at his tournament.
But they said...
Silence, Wilf. Hamza cares not who started it, who is the villain, who is the hero. All that matters at this moment is the iron will of Hamza, Chad and Lance of L7 Gaming. The only reason Hamza tolerates your intolerable presence is because, sadly, Hamza owes your manager a favor.
Hamza, why do you only refer to yourself in the 3rd person?
But, should you make Hamza regret this act of hospitality, your suffering shall be legendary. Does Hamza make himself clear?
But...
Does Hamza make himself clear?
Yes, sir, Mr. Hamza.
Good. Now, be gone.
Hamza gestures for them to depart, and the 2 members of L7 scatter like cockroaches with the flick of the kitchen lights.
Now, with old business settled, let us make way for new business. Hamza welcomes his new friends from Good Clean Fun. Welcome, welcome. Any friend of Ben and Matt is a friend of Hamza.
Yeah, hi. On behalf of PTMs, the game assistants would like to join your tournament, and...
No. There is time enough for such trivialities later. But for now, let us talk and converse, as friends do. Hamza seeks to know all newcomers to the arcade scene. And rest assured, Hamza remembers all names, all faces, as well as all favors and debts. Nothing escapes the mind of Hamza. To that end, Hamza apologizes for the difficulties with L7 Gaming. They are only here due to an unfortunate intersection of favor and debt. Hamza had intended the 4 Heavenly Kings to make an appearance, but alas, Queen Bee was unavailable, and L7 is a poor substitute.
That's true.
Please, be assured that your inhospitable welcome weighs heavy on Hamza's spirit, and Hamza shall do all in his power to correct the matter. Now, let us engage in pleasantries. What can Hamza do for you? What desires can Hamza grant for his new friends?
Oh, I like this guy. Can we keep him? Hamza is not for sale or rent, but Hamza can be bargained with for favor. Really? What's a girl gotta do to get a hot date with you on a luxury yacht? You look like the kind of guy who could spoil me rotten. Hamza is no stranger to wealth, but those who seek to share in such indulgences must prove their worth.
Show Hamza your spirit!
Oh my gosh. You are Zappa, yes? Hamza has heard of your burning spirit. Are you ready to show Hamza what you are capable of, young woman? Absolutely. Point me at the proving grounds and I'm in. And you, Butts McButts, manager of the game assistants. Hamza knows you well thanks to your 11 different social media feeds. Note to self, seriously, stop signing up to different websites. So, first off, I should probably apologize for us goading on L7 like that.
Why? You stood your ground against bullies. You and your ally showed Hamza the strength of your character. Unyielding, even in the face of the storm.
Yeah, but if you're looking to encourage a friendly and welcoming environment, we didn't exactly help with that.
Ah, Hamza understands your confusion. To all things in life, there must be balance. Peace and war, tolerance and intolerance, what battles you fight, and how they are fought. These are key. Hamza has no objections to your self-defense against an unjustified foe. You did not cower, and you did not shy away. Be proud.
Nice.
But, had you reacted with primitive violent force, then Hamza would have been disappointed. It would be too simple and likely ineffective. You understand this perspective, yes?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Excellent! But please, let us talk of happier things, now that the matter is settled.
So, in terms of desires, at this point all we really need from you is to sign up for your tournament. Unless we're such good friends that you consider simply giving us the FOD2 machine.
Ha ha! Ha!
No. Hamza also seeks to measure the fire within individuals. If it is Hamza's prize you seek, you must win it fairly. It was worth a shot. And Hamza enjoys your display of confidence. So, are we in? With a wink, Hamza brings his hands together in a clap. Certainly, Butts McButts and Zapper of the Game Assistants are officially entered into my glorious tournament. May you perform honourably for the House of Pizza Yums. Often has Hamza consumed their microwave delicacies when noble labours carry on deep into the night. Seriously, you look more like you chow down on lobster thermidor. Ah, such is the mystique of being Hamza, but Hamza puts his pants on one leg at a time like any other individual. And throughout this tournament, Hamza promises to cheer on your triumphs and feel sorrow at your losses. I glance around at the ruined, abandoned arcade this glorious tournament is to take place in, slightly confused at the contrast between it and Hamza's posh clothing. A fact not lost on him as he nods in apology. The rather messy surroundings are unfortunate, Hamza will admit, but Hamza assures you there are no horrible dangers lurking in the shadows, only hot arcade action awaits you. This warehouse belongs to the decaying and decrepit arcade empire now known as the Palace. Their inevitable decline shall be your gain. Hamza purchased the entire lot before it was to be thrown in a junkyard, so many rare arcade treasures saved from the clutches of death. Ah, but Hamza cannot simply give these games away. No, on this night they must be earned through righteous combat. I see, so it's not just an FOD2 machine being competed for. All manner of games are up for grabs should you be worthy. Are you worthy, my friend? True enough, I can spot side tournaments with Hamza's assistants taking down names and registrations. We may end up walking out of here with more than just an FOD2 if the others from the Game Assistants join in. Let this crucible test your strength, Butts McButts, the strength of you and your friendships.
Please, excuse Hamza.
Now, if you will excuse Hamza, there are other matters to attend to. May the odds be ever in your favour. And with a whoosh of his cloak, he's gone, leaving behind only the scent of bergamot and pine.
Awesome.
Now this is a party. I didn't realise there were all these tourneys going on. I wonder if I can enter a light gun competition and still have time for FOD2. Double queuing? How decadent. Might be a juggling act, but if you think you can do it, go ahead.
Later.
Sweet, I'll catch up with you when FOD2 starts up. Later. Hello, we are back. I can't get over this, like, fakey Chuck E. Cheese FNAF situation in the background. It's very funny. I'm not too keen on entering any of the other tournaments. I'd rather just stick with FOD2 for now. I should put some lip balm on, seeing as I'm doing so much talking. Gotta protect. Still, I can wander around this decaying ruin and see what's going on. Where do I want to go first? Okay. Grace. Jinx. Oh no, the rival is here. Not good. I'm gonna go see Jinx first. Best girl. Oh no. I find Jinx leaning awkwardly against a fine specimen from the endless sea of wooden crates. It doesn't look comfortable, and neither does she. I could maybe understand that if she was part of some conversation circle chatting away with the other gamers here, but nope, just by her lonesome. Knowing her, she's got no problems being by her lonesome. Normally I wouldn't interrupt, but that look of discomfort just isn't sitting right with me. Hey, yeah? Yeah. Help you with something, Butts McButts? Oh great, I'm making things awkward again. Okay. Okay. It's not about her being lonely. It's about the fact that she needs to sit down and she needs something that is made for sitting. So not a crate. Can I get you anything? Maybe find a chair or ask for one. I will try this. Because this is what I would do if my friend was struggling and but like didn't want to ask anyone for help. How are your legs holding up? I know it's a dark and twisty maze of boxes, but surely there's a chair somewhere in this mess. Just say the word and I'll track down some seating for you. If I can't find some, I'm sure our glorious host Hamza will provide. Appreciated, but I've already looked. There's jack all I can sit on. Oh, that sucks. Some chairs, yeah, but they're incompatible. She pauses, leaning heavily against the crate. Her knee brace is creaking a bit as she does so. So she reaches down to tighten a loose strap. Gotta be such and such a height, such and such a curvature, armrests too, ideally. Keeps my wrists from getting sore. But all I'm finding is these crappy little folding chairs you usually find in the hands of professional wrestlers, with head-shaped dents in them. Afraid I'm on my feet for the duration. Be sore as hell, but that's how it's going to be. How about I run back to your place and, I don't know, grab a chair? It's just a 20-minute subway ride.
Bad idea.
And risk losing your spot in the FOD2 tournament? Nah, you've got business here on behalf of the game assistants. Well, how about you head back then? You're not in the tournament, you're just here to hang out with friends.
I'm not sure about that.
Not sure. Feels like I'm not being a good teammate if I just bail because of my knees. Should stay and cheer you on. Hi, GB! Ooh! I've just noticed your little TwitchCon icon. That's so cute. You're amazing, GB. Welcome. It's been a while since our paths have crossed in the streaming world. We are playing Arcade Spirits, the new challenges. I'm on level 2. It's a visual novel with dating sim elements about esports and but in like an arcade world. It's really cool and I'm really enjoying it. And Jinx is best girl. Okay. Feels like I'm not being a good teammate if I just bail because of my knees. Should stay and cheer you on. I'm here to support everyone. We're being serious about this Pro Tour thing, and I want to be serious too, despite being the team anchor. As in heavy object weighing everyone down, not as in reliable last man in a tug of war, to be specific. Come on, you know nobody sees you that way. Yeah, I know. Just hard not to feel that way some days. She shakes it off, to focus on something else, something a bit less dreary. I was really hoping that, I'm really worried that they're gonna... They made a point of saying, when you meet her, of, pointing out that she's, not some inspiration porn. But some of the way that her storyline is going makes it sound like they're trying to make her into inspiration porn anyway. So I'm a bit confused about the writing of Jinx. But I like her a lot as a character, so we're gonna just stick by it. There are solutions, of course. I was thinking of getting one of those wearable chairs. Wearable what now? That's a thing? It's a thing. They're these metal struts you wear on a harness around your waist. Pop 'em, lean back, and you're sitting. Done. I think I've heard of those. Problem is, you look weird using one. That's on top of everything, of everybody going wearable chair. That's stupid. Why would anyone want that? Normally, I don't give a flying fuck what anyone thinks of my disability or how I support it. Do what needs doing, I'm done with it. And half the time, you see one of those weird infomercial items. It was actually made for the disabled, too niche of an audience to market alone. But, don't know, wearable chair legs are a bit over the top, even for me. Get funny looks for my leg braces already, why add more hardware? Already get little kids pointing and going, "Mummy, look, it's a robot," and yeah, not into that. I don't blame kids typically don't know any better, but parents who don't teach them about disability, that's not my problem, it is theirs. But still, it sucks. So I don't bother with a wearable chair or lugging around a chair everywhere I go. Just improvise. Simpler, less weird, less demanding on everyone. Trick out a badass disability scooter. How about a cane with a folding seat? Also, she is a queen and does deserve to be treated as such. It's not, like, you're not making yourself a burden by asking to be accommodated for. Fuck that. You are a goddess and should demand supplicants support your every whim. If you want to be carried around on a throne, make it happen. You are the queen of stick shifts. You are an automotive empress. Jinx snarks back a laugh. It's like a snark or a jerk, only blended seamlessly together.
Nice.
Cute, not my style. I like to play it smooth and cool, but gotta admit, your idea has appeal. You offering to haul around a Challenge for me then? Hell yeah. Maybe take you up on that then. Not exactly a viable solution, but it did raise her spirits some. Jinx stretches out, clearly aching more and more with each passing moment. You sure it's not letting the team down if I bail? Of course not. It's an inaccessible venue. Not in the slightest. Do what's best for you. I can still kick all the butts even with you cheering me on from home. Okay, thinking I should take you up on that suggestion. Don't think I planned this evening out well. Should have solved the seating situation before hopping a subway to parts unknown. Oh, and let Grace know I headed home, okay? But that she should stick around if she wants to stick around. Sure thing. She offers me a firm nod of appreciation, then slowly makes her way to the open front doors of the warehouse. Attention, Butts McButts and Zapper to the tournament area for your next challenge. Okay, first round. Oh, our socializing time is going to be like between matches. Maybe people will move around. I'm hyped to definitely lose. I've forgotten how the rock, paper, scissors works. Fortunately, the matchup is pretty pathetic. Okay, I don't have to play. Good. A couple local casuals who got in by being friends with Hamza, we trounced them easily. Thankfully, unlike L7, it's all handshakes and smiles after. They were here just for the fun of it, and win or lose, they got what they wanted. Even if I'm glad I won instead of losing. Anyway, time for a break before the next round. Where to next? Okay, people haven't moved. I should go and talk to Grace. It's tricky trying to track down Grace amidst all the gathered gamers. Mazes of wooden crates and arcade cabinets block every possible line of sight I could have used. Let's see, where would she be in this mess? Maybe I could deduce and work backward from that conclusion. Are there any arcade role-playing games? Is that a thing? There's just so much I don't know about arcade culture. But if I'm looking for an arcade equivalent of a slower-paced, logic-driven experience, maybe a puzzle game. And the beeps and boops of sliding blocks draw me to a relatively uncrowded corner of the warehouse, where Grace is happily tapping a joystick, smiling away. Ah, there you are.
Hello.
Oh, Butts McButts, hi! Check it out, they've actually got Tetris the Grandmaster 4. It's even got the thankfully uncopyrightable Russian folk music the series is known for. Ah, they're playing it in the background. Which you can only briefly hit a little bit.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yes? Ah, right, you're still a newbie. Well, and this is a particularly deep bit of nerdy lore. The Grandmaster 4 never made it past prototype stage. They lost the license to the original game. I'm amazed there's a prototype in this place. Although I wouldn't be surprised to find, like, the Ark of the Covenant or Polybius or some other legendary lost item in this place. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Pretty sure the only real danger here is a crate falling on your head. I've been trying not to actually look up to avoid thinking about that. Back to talking about game lore. The rights to Tetris are kind of, well, complicated. Like, seriously, wildly, confusingly, Cold War drenched in complication. There's actually a movie coming out about this, and I'm very excited to watch it. It's got, Taron Egerton in it. I've always loved the Grandmaster series. They're the most intensely difficult arcade puzzlers ever made, in my opinion. RPGs are kind of like tactical puzzles, so it makes sense. You love a thinking challenge. A fourth Tetris game, surely they're running out of things to tris by now. Is there a side tournament? I think I'll go with the RPG answer. Makes sense to me. You love role-playing games, which are like puzzles. Abstracted through combat and tactics. It's all about logic challenges. Exactly, I like games that make me think. Critical thought is just a difficult to train as... Wow. I cannot speak. Critical thought... Oh gosh, someone's playing loud music above me. Wonderful. Saturday night. Critical thought is just as difficult to train as physical prowess. You never skip leg day and you never skip brain day. Puzzlers and RPGs stretch different brain muscles, so it's good to mix it up, you know, it's healthy. So how's the tournament going so far? Are you and Zappa kicking all the butts? Pretty good so far, we're still in the running.
That's wonderful.
Hey, that's great, who knows, maybe we'll actually make it to finals. Not sure I dig how astonished she sounds at our current level of success. Hey, Jinx wanted me to tell you that she's heading home. Oh geez, I guess it was just too much on her knees. I told her she shouldn't feel obligated to come. It's always tricky going into a totally unknown situation for her. Maybe I'll send her a text later, try to cheer her up. If I can find a really, really good picture of a cat, that usually works. Lost momentarily in thought, Grace slips up for exactly 23 milliseconds and the game is suddenly over.
Aww.
Ah, poop. Oh, wow, that went from good to bad in the blink of an eye. How the heck can you play so fast? I mean, I'm speedy with the keyboard, but I'm not that speedy. She steps away from the game, for now, to chat. Well, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice? Exactly. It's like any skill. You just need to do it. Do it until you can do it to the best of your ability. FOD2 is the same way. I mean, that's how I see things anyway. Like I said, I don't care much about the competition. I'm just trying to play with friends and raise my skill level. That's the challenge I'm looking for. If I can help a friend improve their skills, and they help me in turn, well, that's a great feeling, you know? We're all in this together. Let Zappa and Loxley hug the glory. Jinx and I, we're in it for self-improvement. I can follow the logic. It's just you and the game. Must be oddly calming. It makes sense. One closed-off little world, just you and the game, locked in combat. No one to judge you, not really. Just your own personal meter stick to measure up to. It must be relaxing to be able to focus completely on one thing. Yes, exactly. That's why you lose track of time so easily. It's just you and the game. I've always loved single-player games. Puzzlers, RPGs, platformers, long-form narrative games like visual novels. Wow. They are. Getting meta. The kinds of experiences you can usually only get on game consoles. That's why I'm not quite the arcade junkie as the rest of the game assistants. But that's okay. It takes all types it takes all types to make up a good team. Diverse viewpoints, diverse ideas. Even if sometimes they come into conflict, like earlier today. Yeah, I noticed you were really anxious when that happened. I'll do my best to make the game assistants an anxiety-free environment for you, Grace. And I appreciate that, even if honestly, confrontations are inevitable. People disagree, it's the nature of humanity. And sometimes it gets heated, but, well...
I don't like confrontations.
My natural instinct is to go and hide until the shouting ends. Years of experience, I guess. But let's not talk about that. I just want to have some fun tonight, you know? Not dig up old messes. Okay, but if you do want to talk about it, yep, I'll come to you, don't worry.
Beep, beep.
Beep beep, butts McButts. They're going to announce the next round soon. You should get ready. If only so you have time to find your way in this maze of games. Right, thanks, Iris. Good luck, knock 'em dead, in a figurative sense, of course. Yeah, already enough ghosts in this place, I think. Attention, Butts McButts and Zappa to the tournament area for your next challenge. Round 2 is a bit harder, an up-and-coming esports team, just like us, but still a solid victory thanks to Zappa's skill. The opposing team was visibly disappointed to lose, and I can sympathize with that. No one likes losing. Break time before round 3. Who to visit next? think I want to speak to my rival. Elon Musk rival. I could have sworn I saw SpaceX Noob's face in the crowd over where the side tournaments are. I should investigate this for science. I swim awkwardly through the waves of people to the side tournaments. There are all kinds of different setups, from the warehouse's stock arcade cabinets to old CRT TVs with consoles. I eventually find SpaceX Noob participating in a Power Stone tournament, and he's currently in the hot seat. I'm not going to lose to you. That's what you said last time too. SpaceX Noob's smirk widens as he flicks his wrists and inputs a combo that utterly destroys his opponent. Listen, maybe if you train harder, you'll best me next time. But I highly doubt it. The defeated actually doesn't look too upset that they were completely decimated. Instead, they're laughing and smiling like they just won the lottery. SpaceX Noob extends a hand for a handshake, and then sweeps them into a giant hug. I can't say I'd be content with a loss like that. They have a quick exchange of words before more people joyously surround SpaceX Noob. Now, the whole lot of Power Stone players are actively ignoring their buttons and screens and entirely focused on SpaceX Noob. Pleasantries and hugs all round. Really now, him? SpaceX Noob has the ability to make friends outside his team? Wild. So wild, my eyes are locked onto him and my mouth is hanging agape. And that's when SpaceX Noob notices me watching him, blinking, his brows furrow, and he approaches me. What exactly are you doing here, Butts McButts? Following you in your every move. Trying my best to understand the arcade scene. We got invited by Hamza. This is my first arcade tournament. Honestly, I really don't know much about about the community or how it works. I'm using the downtime in between matches to check it out, familiarise myself with it, maybe learn something. Knowing the scene is important, obviously. I'm impressed you actually thought to learn something new. And then it hits me. It's just SpaceX Noob. I don't see any of his teammates skulking around, mocking people or ruining things like they did not so long ago at Good Clean Fun. Interesting that the best team in the league isn't here right now. Sips. Very interesting. Piping hot tea, one might say. Did you not get the invitation? SpaceX Noob twitches annoyedly when I prod them. We, as in play to win, did not. Not that it matters. Play to win doesn't have much time to go to every local tournament. We have much bigger fish to fry. Besides, the prize is just an arcade cabinet. We already have 2 in our penthouse. Why would we need another? And yet here you are, not with your team. I'm not married to them, Butts McButts. I do get free time, you know. And where I go and what I do in my free time is my business, not theirs and not yours. Fair enough. Seeing as how it's a bit of a touchy subject for him, and we aren't at each other's throats for once, I keep it civil and move along with the conversation. So, Power Stone? SpaceX Noob cocks an eyebrow suspiciously. You seem good at it? Is that your idea of challenging me to a money match? I accept. SpaceX Noob pulls out a $100 bill from his pocket and raises it above his head. Can you even afford to money match me? I'm not challenging you for money, SpaceX Noob. I haven't even played this game. Why would I put down a hundo when I know I'm going to lose? It's for the thrill, Butts McButts. The excitement to get to play alongside me. He lifts his hand up to his face, eyes flitting between me and examining his fingernails. The enjoyment of having me dominate you. Ugh. I'm not romancing this man. He's terrible. I roll my eyes, and a scoff escapes my breath. SpaceX Noob merely laughs in response. Fine, it seems we'll have to save the money match for another day. SpaceX Noob takes the $100 bill and places it back in his pocket. I've avoided a humiliating loss from my rival this time around, but that still doesn't stop my curiosity about this whole ordeal. How long have you been playing? Do you know all these people? What exactly is a Stone of Power, and how do I wield it? So very inquisitive, Butts McButts. Normally, divulging this kind of information would go against my better judgment, but because I'm in such high spirits, I'll indulge you. I've been playing since I was but a child. SpaceX Noob takes a moment's pause, reflecting on his memories. It was my first arcade title, nevertheless. This is what drew me into this world of arcade competition. I feel slightly ashamed being an adult and never having seriously gone into an arcade until Good Clean Fun. I would spend the entirety of my allowance in arcades. I even stole money from the swear jar so I could play longer. I started out by playing my favourite characters, desperately memorising their moveset, and eventually I beat the game. But was that enough? SpaceX Noob holds his forehead in his hand. No, I craved more. Even one so young as myself knew from that moment that this was my new life. This was the life I chose. As opposed to what? One where you don't go around annoying people? A brief look of genuine shock covers his face but quickly molds into anger. As opposed to an empty life full of people who take advantage of you. SpaceX Noob pauses abruptly as a wave of nervousness crosses his brows. Just as suddenly he snaps back to his normal haughty attitude. Regardless, he swings his arm around, gesturing towards people behind him. This is my family. I've grown up around these people, I've made friends here, friends that will last me a lifetime. The bonds here are stronger than those tied to blood. It's been the one community I come back to time and time again. They've always welcomed me. That is why I'm here. So now you know my business, Butts McButts. He chews bitterly on the words. And if you dare utter a single word of what I've told you, as I'm about to respond, hey SpaceX Noob, we're up. Another one of SpaceX Noob's friends shows up. If you spent half as much time practicing as you do chatting, maybe you'd actually have a chance against me. SpaceX Noob shoots me an unbending look and turns away from me, leaving me in the lurch. Well, I can't say I expected that response from SpaceX Noob, but I'm surprised that he sort of opened up to me. He's not as one-sided as I thought. I empathize with him. It almost redeems him. I don't want to get close with him. This whole time I've only seen one side of my rival. Heartless, cocky, arrogant. But this paints him in a different light. Maybe there is more to SpaceX Noob than I thought. I wonder if I'll learn more about him as time goes on. A very loud cheer from the Power Stone cabinet interrupts my thoughts, and I'm reminded that I should be getting back to my own tournament. I glance back once, watching my rival cheering happily amongst his family, and then I leave. Attention! Butts McButts and Zapper to the tournament area for the semi-finals. Our third round is against a pretty famous team actually, Wicked Prodigies, who were huge during the FOD1 days. That was an intense fight to be sure. Zapper and I barely squeaked out a win. But a win is a win, that puts us on track to the grand finals. And because the universe has a deep-rooted sense of irony, from the look of the bracket our opponents will be Chad and Lance from L7 Gaming. Great. Grand finals will be starting in 30 minutes. Steel yourselves for this challenge, competitors. It's going to take Hamza and his crew some time to set up for the pomp and spectacle of the finale. Time to reduce some stress. Oi, come here. Got something I want to do. I'm so lost in my thoughts that I barely notice Zapper tugging at my arm. Curious, I follow. She leads me away from the gathering of gamers towards one of the darker corners of the warehouse, where random bits of arcade junk have been stashed away. Check this stuff out. It's like you smashed up a dozen old-timey arcades and ditched all the bits in one pile.
Perfect.
This is the old school, older than I am. Gotta respect the roots. I'm seeing pizzeria paraphernalia, broken change machines, cardboard boxes full of prize ticket junk, and a full audio animatronic band of rotting robots with moth-eaten fuzzy costumes. Ugh. Ever see one of these things in action before? It's like adorable and creepy as fuck. Zapper, I've never set foot in an arcade before Go Clean Fun, remember? Man, you have missed out on a lot as a keyboard warrior. Arcades, they used to try all sorts of wacky gimmicks to get kids in the doors. I remember visiting Deco's Palace for my birthday parties. They had all sorts of weird stuff there. Human gerbil mazes, bull pits, booths with ticket tornadoes, and robot bands that clunkily played whatever pop songs from the 60s they could get cheap rights to.
Awesome.
The palace even experimented with robots that could walk around and interact with guests. Cool, huh? I don't know. I think these things would freak me out if I was a kid, like Fuzzy Terminator. Precisely. So, what do you say we figure out how to turn one of these suckers on and spook L7 with it? Call it a way to seek revenge without resorting to violence like I did against Domino. Something ultimately harmless, but still psychological warfare at its finest. I would rather not do that. I don't think Hamza would appreciate that. Zappa? We do that, Hamza boots us out the tournament. Sounds like a bad idea. Come on, he's a wacky guy, he'd probably appreciate it. Besides, if we do this right, we've got plausible deniability. These busted up old bots could have lurched back to life on their own, right? Still risky. Not sure about this. Yeah, well, I'm doing it whether you want to help or not, but if you do want to help, to make sure we do this in a way that won't be traced back to us. Zappa snaps her fingers and points to my phone. You've got an Iris, right? I've seen you talking to her now and then. Crap, I was trying to be subtle about it, considering owning an Iris is a federal crime. Hello, I am an Iris. Please state your command. Beep boop. I am a simple computer, nothing to worry about at all. But naturally, Zappa doesn't give an airborne intercourse whether I'm breaking the law or not.
Nah.
Chill, I'm not gonna knock on you two. I'm saying that a powerful AI hacker in your pocket can easily reprogram one of these bots. We do that, we'll be able to sneakily deploy it to go jump scare the fuck out of L7, and nobody will be the wiser that we did it. I mean, I know hardware enough to probably jumpstart one of these creepy things myself, but I was thinking it'd be safer if Iris did the heavy lifting. So what do you say, partner? You willing to ride shotgun with me on this, or are you gonna be uncool? I'm not having any part in this. I don't want to do this. Nope. I can't be any part of this. I think we told them off good and proper. This is just kicking them while they're down. That's assuming they're down. They're not, but I intend to put them there.
Blech.
Fine, if you won't help, I'm doing this myself. You can either sit here and keep me company while I work, or walk away. Your choice. I'll stick around, but only because I don't want her to, like, die. I didn't say I'm ditching you, I just can't help. I'll stay. Fine. With a shrug, she finds an open USB port on one of the robots, plugging it into her own phone so she can clumsily figure out how to activate the thing again. As for the robot we've selected to be our unstoppable monster, well... Oh no! This is also from the previous game. I feel like I need to screenshot this for thumbnail reasons. But I would like to screenshot this, please. Did that do what I wanted it to do? I think that screenshotted it. It's a giant pink flamingo. We found a tag attached to it reading Pinky. Not the pinnacle of horror, yet still creepy in its own way.
Perfect.
This is perfect. Exactly the thing to make Chad and Lance evacuate their bowels. The work to override Pinky for our purposes is slow, but seems to go well, leaving time to chat.
This is the stuff I live for.
What, reprogramming robots?
No. Causing some chaos. People get too complacent, too willing to snuggle into their boring little lives, avoiding any risk, any excitement. I grew up in the suburbs outside the city. Dad grinding a paycheck 9 to 5, Mom playing happy homemaker, my brother being a high school football hero. If anything, they liked me playing video games because it kept me at home, kept me safe and sound in our quiet little house, isolated on all sides by well-manicured lawns. Naturally, I spent a lot of time as a kid running around, getting into fights and jumping in mud puddles and generally causing mayhem. Because I'd lose it from boredom if I didn't try to break out of that suburban cocoon of dullness. They hated it, of course. Hated my desire for freedom. Kept demanding I grow up, be mature, be responsible. Grounding me was their way of keeping me cooped up at home. The instant I turned 18, man, I was gone. And I haven't looked back. Now, I'm free. Free to do what I want, when I want, where I want. My crappy little apartment isn't home. The city is home. I take risks. And sure, I make mistakes which become learning experiences, but I never, ever shy away from the possibilities of life.
She glances over to me, studying my reaction.
I'm not expecting you to live my ideals. People are different. That's cool. I get that. Grace is very cocoon, but she's still a good person. Better person than me, really. Just, I want you to accept me for who I am. Okay?
I'm down with absolute freedom. Go ahead and make the city your playground, I say. I get it. You want absolute freedom. I'm down with that. I live independently myself. We're both young and wild and free, and this is the time to take advantage of that. Do what you want, Zappa. Make it happen. Thanks. I'm glad you can appreciate my nonsense, Butts McButts. Zappa paused a moment before she grins wildly at me, lips curling from ear to ear. Now, let's give our creation life. With lightning in her eyes and the push of a button, she powers up our flamingo-shaped death machine. And we watch it amble in surprisingly stealthy fashion towards L7, who are busy chatting away in a corner of the warehouse. So, where do you want to get dinner after we finish trashing those losers? I'm thinking Chinese, maybe hit their home turf, really rub it in their faces. Here he is. Ah! Incoherent screaming, not unlike a frightened deer. Throat noises suggesting massive psychological trauma. And the boys run for it, waving their hands in the air like they just don't care. I am satisfaction incarnate. Okay, now I feel sufficiently pumped to take those two on in a final match. I don't even care if we win the tournament. That moment was enough of a stylish win for my needs. I mean, I'd still love to crush the tourney, don't get me wrong. Okay, mischief managed. Shall we resume the video games? Sounds like a plan. And off we go to face our destiny. Okay, presumably this time they're gonna actually make me play.
It has begun! Friends, it is time for the grand finals. A fist of discomfort. 2. Long have you battled. Hard have you fought. And now, your efforts have led you to Hamza's unyielding steel cage of death.
Ooh. Nobody's going to die, he's exaggerating, probably.
For both the meager physical reward of a professional grade Fist of Discomfort 2 machine and the absolute glory of victory within the eyes of your peers. Hamza welcomes our final 2 teams to rise to this challenge and claim their destiny. Step forward. From L7 Gaming, 10-year veterans of the esports scene, Hamza presents to you Lance and Chad.
I requested delay on account of those bastards from the game assistants attacking us with a robot bird. The feathers, the feathers!
Hamza cares not for your ridiculous stories and excuses. The match goes on. Do not dishonor yourselves further. And from an up-and-coming team, a pair of rising stars, seeking to ascend the ziggurat of victory.
Zapper and Butts McButts. When you lie awake screaming at night with visions of pink flamingos in your mind, think of me. Oh right, now I need a cool quote, let's see. We're gonna hit you so hard the impact goes back in time and kills your grandmother. Bring it, L7, we'll punch you so hard it goes back in time and kills your grandma. You leave my Mimar out of this.
Very well. Fighters, to your positions.
Both members of L7 brought their own joysticks, which they wire up to the game. Me, I start hooking up my keyboard. Zapper is content to use the built-in joysticks like a traditional arcade jockey might. And with that, all four of us are ready, sort of. I wish I'd done more research into L7's playstyle, so I knew how to counter it. With Team Play to Win, I knew SpaceX Noob's tricks and Coda's techniques, but with these two, I'm going to have to assume they'll play aggressively, mixing up attacks and specials, probably launching their ultimate move early. If they're angry, we'll use that against them.
And here we go.
Okay.
fight.
I can't remember what counts as what. And what gets the bonus? Ugh. Okay, I'll just start by attacking. You both attack? Okay. They're clearly favouring attacks and specials. They're too angry to properly defend. I can use that to my advantage. They're also likely to launch their ultimate attack early in the match. I can save mine for later when they may be less predictable and I need a trump card. Or I can fire it off sooner in hopes of countering theirs. What would be best? Okay. I'll try specialing. Oh no.
If I didn't know any better, I'd call hacks on that one.
Your opponent uses their ultimate. Okay, fair. Well, at least that's gone now. I will defend. Lance wants to come at me, fine by me. I turtle up and defend against the attacks, keeping myself and my minions safe. Your defend beats their attack, you earn 160 points. Zapper can special again. You both special, it's a tie, you earn 40, they earn 30. Are they seriously never gonna defend against a single thing? It's just attacks and specials, attacks and specials. What can I say? They're idiots. Idiots do as idiots do, but be careful, they could mix it up eventually. With a nod, I focus on the game, trying to predict their next moves. Okay. Defense doesn't work against specials, I don't think, so if I special? You both special? Okay. I think Zapper is gonna ult now.
You can't
Oh my gosh.
that weak-ass determination.
Wow.
Embrace the impossible. Fight God. Eat the sun.
Oh wow. Used your ultimate, you earn 130 points. Okay. Been largely predictable, but that ends now. Assume nothing and push through to victory. Okay. I'm gonna try and special again, because they might defend. You're both special, okay. And attack.
You've gotta be kidding me. You're using that method.
They defended for the first time. Oh my god.
You
We win! Yay! Okay, I'm glad I don't have to replay that.
GG losers. Y'all got sacked.
I think I remembered the rock, paper, scissors, but I cannot remember the, like, bonuses. We won! We won! We did it! We beat L7 Gaming and won our own Fist of Discomfort 2 machine. Hell yeah! No, no way. This isn't possible. You can't get a fluke win and call it success. You've got to be cheating. It's that stupid keyboard, isn't it? You've loaded it with macros or something. Dude, careful. We don't want to get play to wind by them posting a video of you ranting. Damn it. No, won't catch us in that trap. Take your damn win then. It'll be the last one you ever have, and once the media's bored with patting themselves on the back, you'll be history. Come on, Chad, let's ditch this stupid baby tournament for babies. Telling them off changed nothing. Winning changed nothing. They're stuck in the same loop, repeating the same lies again and again. L7 Gaming is the past, stagnant and stubborn. The game assistants are the future, and I'm going to make that dream a reality.
Ha ha ha!
We did
Well
it.
fought and well won. My friends, Hamza grants you this boon. Your own personal Fist of Discomfort 2 machine. May you play in good health and with the good sportsmanship that won you this day.
Hell yeah. Maybe I am a victory addict. Maybe I invested too much in beating L7 and proving I belong here. Would I feel dissatisfied if I'd lost to them? Probably. I don't know. But that's as much introspection as I can manage. My adrenaline rush. The rush of success. I can't be a realist while feeling this damn good. Oh my god. Beep beep, this is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Oh dear, okay. Thank you, Hamza. We'll use this to build our future. I think it's probably the best one because I don't want to be a dick. Thank you, Hamza. Thanks for the opportunity to prove ourselves and for this wonderful gift. We'll do our best to build our skills and we'll be ready for your next tournament.
Of this, Hamza has no doubt. But be warned, this was but one step on your long climb towards destiny. Do not let the thorns of pride grow in your heart, as they have in L7. Fight every battle as if it were your last, with no presumption, no pretense. Fight with iron determination. Fight to your last breath. No doubt you will face hardship on the road to glory. In your darkest hour, remember this day. And remember Hamza, who believes in you.
Of course, Hamza.
But for now, please vacate the premises, as the remaining games need to be relocated before the building is demolished.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Wow. That was quick. Hamza sure knows how to make an entrance, but his exit leaves a little more to be desired. I think we're getting kicked out. Guess we should go home. You know, I had a blast tonight. You're starting to grow on me, Butts McButts. If nothing else, you're shaking things up, and that's always a plus in my book. I mean, look at where we are. A professional tournament fighting for real stakes with a real sponsor backing us up. Us, the laundromat crew. Can't help but see all of this as a win. It's a great start. Hopefully, a start towards greater things than local tourney. Man, just take the compliment. And okay, I need to get really sappy to say this properly, so forgive me in advance. I'm glad you're my friend, that you're a part of our group of friends. I don't think you're aware of just how big it is that you're in the mix with us. For us and for you. It's all good stuff from here on out. I don't just mean the Pro Tour. Okay, that's an important part of it, but I mean a path forward as a group, you know? I don't know what shape we'd be in after this morning's kerfuffle, if not for you. Just think about that a bit, okay? And I'll stop there because I'm bad with words and feelings and stuff, and I really need to get the hell out of here and sleep. Coming? I'm about to move to join her when a buzz in my pocket grabs my attention. I'll be out of here in a minute. See you tomorrow? Of course. She's right. I've been laser focused on my Pro Tour ambitions, but along the way I'm starting to really get involved with these people, aren't I? And despite only knowing them for a short time, well, maybe I do have the right to call them friends. Something to ponder, after wrapping things up here, that is. The building's shutting down for the night, but I can I can spare a moment to thumb through my phone and see why it's buzzing so insistently.
Hey, listen.
Butts McButts, this is big, this is really big. Pizza Yums are super happy with tonight's results. Pizza Yums wants to fund a team house. If we can find something that fits within their budget, we can get the whole team living and practicing together around the clock.
Hooray!
Wouldn't that be amazing? You don't say. It's got promise. A lot of promise. All the major esports organizations have team houses. Team Play to Win has a giant penthouse condo even. I'm also investigating other events we can join, using the sponsors' funding for travel and hotels. There's just so many possibilities.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so glad I can help you manage this team as your digital assistant. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. For now, you should get home and rest. Iris, offline. This is what I wanted. This is what I craved. Professional gaming, as my life's calling. Zappa was right. I'm shaking things up. I'm making this happen. With renewed spirits, I stroll down the lanes of dusty old arcade games to this rapidly emptying warehouse to finally make my way home. And pause, stopping in my tracks. The exit's in sight. I can see it from here, despite being tangled up in the maze of arcade games. Despite the occasional glow of a pixel-smeared screen. I need to leave. They're wrapping up the event. I have to go now. But my hand is resting on a joystick for some reason. A glowing blue joystick. Oh god, is this the magic arcade game from the last one? Huh? What's this game? I still don't know much of anything about the arcade scene. I couldn't say if this game was obscure or popular. I've never seen it before. And yet, I want to play it. I can't deny that I want to try playing it. I can't pull my hand off that glowing blue metallic joystick. I won't pull it off. Yes, that's right. Surely I could sneak one game in before Hamza's assistants insist I leave. Surely I could. I could play the game. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I guess we play the game. My fingers reach for the start button to fire up the game. Polybius. Oh my gosh. Polybius. Game start. What the? Where did the warehouse go? Where's this place? Okay, yeah, this was in the previous game as well. No, I'm still standing there, gripping that burning hot joystick, but I'm also here, wherever here is. Panic starts crawling up my spine from this weird, dislocated feeling. A panic that seems almost alive. Oh my god, this is my shadow self. And that's when a figure emerges from the distorted digital shadows that form this place. A figure that looks like me. And little by little it mirrors my shape, my movements, my mind. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Oh my god. Why did this become a... Oh my god! This just became a horror game. Ah! You play me and I'll play you, and you play me and I play you. Identity identifier system online. Scanning target. Target locked. Oh my god. While I stare in open-mouthed horror, it smiles. It's smiling so confidently. I need to screenshot this. I don't know if I got it in time. Ooh. Who knows? The crown can be yours if you kneel and accept that you're a failure. The crown can be yours if you kneel and accept... If you kneel, they're all going to see and accept that how pathetic you are. With jerking, glitching motions, the shade reaches for me, grasping. It's already read me, past my fears, digging deep through the joystick my hand still grips in the real world. But now it wants more. It wants everything, and it wants me to surrender to that need. My arm tingles as it starts flowing the other way, pushing into me instead of pulling from me. Oh, Loxley. And that's when someone tackles me sideways, pulling me forcefully away from the grip of Polybius. What? Shh, they're coming. Dazed and confused, the palm of my left hand still tingling from where it touched that joystick, Loxley easily pulls me into the shadows, hidden from view as someone calmly approaches the strange arcade game. Confirmed, there's a Polybius instance here. Activate containment protocols. She pauses, one hand to her earpiece as she peers around the darkened warehouse through her sunglasses, but sees nothing other than Hamza's assistants in the distance, finishing up their work. Negative. No psychological contamination incidents. Seems the game went unnoticed and unplayed. Basic containment procedure will be sufficient. It's like an SCP. Soon, two similarly dressed men in black arrive with the cargo dolly and a black tarp, concealing the game and silently rolling it out of the building. Finally, I manage to breathe properly and Loxley loosens his grip on me.
Most unfortunate.
Damn them. If only I'd found it sooner. What the hell is going on? Loxley, what was that thing? Who were those people and when did you get here? You said you couldn't come to the event, you were too busy and... My brain's spinning in 11 directions at once here. My hand hurts and I'm having trouble putting together any coherent thoughts.
I offer my sincere apologies.
Apologies, Butts McButts. I hadn't intended to involve you in this. And what is this, exactly? A complicated situation. One I would strongly recommend not digging into any deeper. You were victorious this night, yes? Focus instead on your game of choice and your conquests. Worry not about other matters.
Uncertainty abounds.
It would be best if you forgot about this strange little encounter, if at all possible. Please trust me on this, my friend. Fuck that, I want some answers. What the hell is going on? Oh sure, I'll just forget the spooky government agents carted away a game that turned my brains to oatmeal. Fine, my head hurts, or I do trust you, that's not the problem, I just worried something dangerous is going down. That, yeah. Loxley, I do trust you. You've been honest and loyal, even to someone who just recently walked into your life. My thanks. But you can see why I'd be just a little worried, right? I have a run-in with some creepy mind-melting machine and a bunch of spooks, and then you show up out of nowhere? What have you gotten yourself mixed up in here? How dangerous is it? A mighty risk indeed, and one I would take and one I would take on gladly to save you and Grace from such unpleasantness. But I suppose that ship has sailed. You're in the thick of it now. So be it. If you wish to pursue this, I'll consult with my allies and see what I can reveal. I strongly suggest you ignore the incident, but your will is your own. Pardon me, I must report my failure. Such troublesome matters. He tugs his hood up to avoid anyone's gaze as he slinks his way towards, well, I don't know, some dark corner, a hidden entrance, however he got in the building to begin with. Maybe he's right. Maybe I should let that go. My dreams are the ones of victory, a fist of discomfort, triumph, not getting into whatever this is. I've no idea what that thing was or what it was trying to do to me. It feels bigger than I can deal with right now, way above my pay grade. So at least for tonight, perhaps I need to refocus on what I truly care for. My path lies along the Pro Tour, the year-long road to the ultimate battle. Where else may it lead me? I don't know, but the only certainty is that I'm ready to fight, and the next step is to bring the game assistants together under one roof so we can truly fight as one, while putting whatever that was far, far behind me. Is that the end of level 2? Level complete! Hell yeah! You've cleared level 2 of Arcade Spirits, the new challenges. Victory. Let's take a look at your scores. Domino's opening up to you, not bad. Okay, yeah. Domino and Jinx are the two I'm going for. And I'm mostly friend. Proving to be gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 16,150 points. Nice, keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Would you like to change your personal metadata at this time? Name, pronoun, and so on. I'm good to go. Do you want to save? I would like to save. There we go. Oh. Okay. Well, I said I was gonna do up until the end of level 2 tonight, and we got there. So let's just watch the the Fight Shack intro for level 3, and then we'll leave it there for tonight, and I will schedule a new stream for soon.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post.
I love Punchy78.
The tournament scene is heating up, with contenders eager to scoop up precious points they'll need to qualify for the main event. All eyes are on the local laundromat crew who destroyed veteran Team L7 Gaming to secure first place at an underground tournament. Do they have what it takes to go all the way? Only time will tell. With a sponsor behind them and strong hype, they're on the right path, but need to focus their efforts if they want to get any further. For more on this developing story, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is really heating up.
He's reminding you to like, comment, and subscribe to Game Assist. Okay, yes, so we are going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me in our journey. I think we're getting somewhere. I am intrigued about the scary arcade machine. But yeah, I will schedule another stream soon, and I hope to see you all there. Bye guys! Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.